Hi everyone. Today we will discuss some problems related to pressure and viscosity. Already in the previous videos we discussed what is meant by pressure and which are the devices used to measure pressure, atmospheric pressure and gauge pressure already we discussed. And we discussed already about what is meant by viscosity and what is the expression for viscous force by Newton. That also already we discussed. And here in this video we will discuss some problems related to pressure and viscosity. So we will start with our first question. A 50 kilogram girl wearing high-heeled shoes balances on a single heel. The heel is circular with a diameter 1 centimeter. What is the pressure exerted by the heel on the horizontal floor? So here, which are the data given? That girl's mass is given and the diameter of the heel, heel it is given that it is of circular shape and its diameter is given and you have to find the pressure. Already you know the formula of pressure. Pressure is equal to thrust by area or perpendicular force by area. So here we can see how it is solved. So pressure is equal to force by area and force is nothing but here it is the weight of the girl. So that is equal to mg divided by area. Since it is of circular shape, area can be written as pi r square and here diameter is given. That's why here are they considered it as what diameter, okay. That's why it is written as r by 2 whole square or it that square, if you square it 4 will be there, that 4 will go to numerator, so you will get it as 4 mg by pi r square. Here actually that r stands as the diameter, okay. Is it clear? So here r is the diameter. By considering r as the diameter they solved this problem. So 4 into 50 into mass is given 50 and acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 divided by pi value is 22 by 7 or you can substitute it as 3.14 into diameter is given 1 centimeter, that we have to convert it into meter. So 1 into 10 raised to minus 2 whole square and if you simplify you will get it as 6.2 into 10 raised to 6. And unit is Pascal. Already we discussed in the previous video that SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal. That already you have studied in 9th standard also. In last video also we discussed that one. Okay. And now we will discuss the next problem. What is the pressure on a swimmer 10 meter below the surface of a lake? A swimmer is 10 meter below the surface of lake and we have to find the pressure on the swimmer. So on the surface what happens, there will be pressure due to atmosphere and that swimmer is 10 meter depth. He is at 10 meter depth inside the lake. So due to that much height of water, pressure will be there. So total pressure will be atmospheric pressure, because that up to that surface, on the surface of the water, pressure will be atmospheric pressure due to atmosphere. So atmospheric pressure plus pressure due to 10 meter liquid column. Okay, water here it is lake means no doubt it is water, so 10 meter water column. Okay, so here we can see, so total pressure can be written as atmospheric pressure, that is PA plus H rho g, where PA is the atmospheric pressure, H rho g is the pressure due to the 10 meter liquid column. Atmospheric pressure is given 1 into 10 raised to 5, actually it is 1.013 into 10 raised to 5. For approximation we can take it as 1 into 10 raised to 5 plus 10, height is given 10 meter, G value is 9.8, rho is 10 raised to 3. Why it is taken as 10 raised to 3? Because it is water and density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So if you simplify, 1 into 10 raised to 5 can be written as 10 into 10 raised to 4. Why we are doing so? Because in both term 10 raised to 4 term is there. So we can take 10 raised to 4 term common. So 10 into 10 raised to 4 plus 9.8 into 10 raised to 4. So 10 raised to 4 can be taken common. So what you will get 19.8 into 10 raised to 4, or that can be written as 1.98 into 10 raised to 5, because in scientific notation after the first digit we have to put the decimal point and we have to represent that quantity. Whatever may be the value that we have to represent in scientific notation. So we can write it as 1.98 into 10 raised to 5, or that can be approximated as 2 atmosphere, because 1 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal is equal to 1 atmosphere. Actually it is not 1 into 10 raised to 5, it is 1.013 into 10 raised to 5, but we are approximating and we are writing it as 2 atmospheres. Okay, or if you you can stop up to here also, 1.98 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Okay, is it clear? So like this way they will ask, or sometimes they may ask what's the difference in pressure at that height. So you have to find only H rho g. Okay, total pressure means PA plus H rho g, otherwise H rho g. Okay, now we'll discuss the next question. Two pistons of a hydraulic lift have diameters of 60 cm and 5 cm. What is the force exerted by the larger piston when 50 Newton is placed on the smaller piston? So already in the last video we discussed about hydraulic lift, and you might have seen the animation of hydraulic lift that already I sent. Link already I sent, you might have seen that. So here two pistons are there, and one is having diameter 60 cm, another is having 5 cm. You have to find the force exerted by the larger piston when 50 Newton is placed on the smaller piston. Okay, diameters are given. We can calculate the radius of the piston, and R is equal to D by 2. Area formula we know, A1 is equal area of smaller piston, that we are writing it as A1, that is equal to pi into D by 2 square. So that a smaller piston having 5 cm diameter, so 5 by 2 whole square, so that can be written as pi into 2.5 whole square. Similarly, area of larger piston, that is A2, that is equal to pi into 60 by 2. No, larger piston has diameter 60 cm, so it can be written as 60 by 2 whole square, so pi into 30 square. So F2 we can find it. Here pressure remains same, no? F1 by A1 equal to F2 by A2 according to Pascal's law. So F2 can be found out as A2 by A1 into F1. A2 is given 30 square, pi into 30 square divided by pi into 2.5 whole square will be there. A2 by A1, pi will get cancelled, that's why it is written as 30 by 2.5 whole square into F1 is given 50, so that we will get 7200 Newton. If you simplify, we will get it as 7200 Newton, which shows with 50 Newton force that it is getting multiplied as 7200 Newton force. With the force of 50 Newton, the force of 7200 Newton can be lifted. So with less force, we can lift heavy objects. That already we have discussed. Now we will discuss the next question. Torricelli's barometer used mercury. Already we discussed, no? Torricelli's barometer, how he designed the barometer first, that already we discussed. There he used mercury. Pascal duplicated it using French wine of density 984 kg per meter cube. Pascal did the same. Instead of mercury, he used French wine. Determine the height of the wine column for normal atmospheric pressure. So we have to find the height of the wine column. Okay. So here pressure formula we know, pressure is equal to H rho g. No, H rho g. So here in the case of normal atmospheric pressure, we can write it as 76 centimeters of mercury. So that's why we can write it as 76 centimeter. When we are converting it into meter, we are writing it as 0.76, and density of mercury is 13.6 into 10 raised to 3 into 9.8. So that is normal atmospheric pressure. And that should be equated to here H rho g, H into here density is 984 into 9.8. So if you simplify, you will get H is equal to 0.76 into 13.6 into 10 raised to 3 into 9.8 divided by 984 into 9.8. So first step, I think all of you understood. Now why we got it as 0.76 into 13.6 into 10 raised to 3 into 9.8? Because here normal atmospheric pressure it is given. So normal atmospheric pressure means 76 centimeters of mercury. So 76 centimeters of mercury means corresponding to 76 centimeters we have to find the pressure. So 76 into 10 raised to minus 2 into density of mercury into G, H rho G. Okay. So in that is first step, and if we simplify we will get the height of the French vine. Height of the French vine is given by 10.5 meters. Okay. Now we'll discuss another problem. If the area of A1 is 0.001 meter square and the area of A2 is 0.1 meter square and external input force is 100 Newton, find the external output force. What is A1, what is A2? For that one diagram is given. So we can see the diagram first. Okay, F1, F2, A1, A2 everything is mentioned and we have to find F2. Okay, input force is given, we have to find the output force. So given area A1 is equal to 0.001 meter square, A2 is given 0.1 meter square, input force is given 100 Newton, and what we have to find? We have to find the output force, F2. By applying Pascal's law, we can write P1 is equal to P2, or we can write F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2. We can substitute 100 by 0.001 is equal to F2 by 0.1 meter square. That will get cancelled. That's why we are writing like this only. Or we can write it as, you can, but 100 by 0.001 can be written as 100 into 10 raised to 3, which is equal to 10 raised to 3 Newton is equal to F2 by 0.1, or F2 is equal to 0.1 into 100 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, or we can write it as 10,000 Newton. Okay. So you can see here also 100 Newton is multiplied by 10,000 Newton. Okay. That's why this hydraulic lift is known as force multiplier. Okay. Now we will discuss another problem. A U-tube contains water and methylated spirit separated by mercury. The mercury columns in the two arms are in level with 10 centimeter of water in one arm and 12.5 centimeter of spirit in the other. What is the relative density of spirit? So here what is given? U-tube is there. One part it is contained, one limb contains water and another limb contains methylated spirit, and they are separated by mercury column. And on the both limbs, these mercury level are on the same. No, it is given. It is balanced. 10 centimeter of water is there in one arm, and in the another arm 12.5 centimeter of spirit is there. So we will see the diagram first. So mercury is given in between 12.5 centimeter, spirit is there in one arm, and in another arm 10 centimeter of water is there. So we can see, if we are considering the point B and D, so they are on the same horizontal level, so pressure should be same. So we can write pressure due to 12.5 centimeter of spirit is equal to pressure due to 10 centimeter of water. Why? Because mercury level are on the same. Since the mercury columns in the two arms are at level, we can write H1 rho 1 G is equal to H2 rho 2 G. What is H1 rho 1 G? Pressure due to one spirit or whatever it is, any one. So we have to find rho 2. So rho 2 is equal to H1 rho 1 by H2, because G will get cancelled. H1 is given 10 centimeter, H2 is given 12.5 centimeter, rho 1 is 1 gram per centimeter cube. How we are writing 1 gram per centimeter cube? Because it is water, so here we are representing it in gram per centimeter cube, because height is also given in centimeters. Okay, Otherwise, you can convert centimeter into meter, and density you can write it as 1000 kilogram per meter cube also. Okay. So rho 1 is given 1 gram per centimeter cube, and you have to find rho 2. Not only you have to find rho 2, you have to find the relative density of spirit. So we can find first the density of spirit, that is given by this formula H1 rho 1 by H2. So 10 into 1 divided by 12.5. You will get it as 0.8 gram per centimeter cube. So to find the relative density of material divided by density of water, so you will get it as 0.8 gram per centimeter cube divided by 1 gram per centimeter cube. So you will get it as 0.8. Okay, and the next problem is in connection. It is a continuation of this problem itself. So you can write this problem, you can note it down this problem, and then you can go to the next problem. Okay, first of all you have to write the question of this problem. So in previous question, if 15 centimeter of water and spirit each are further poured into the respective arms of the tube, what is the difference in the levels of mercury in the two arms? So initially one is 12.5 centimeter and another one is 10 centimeter. Now what happens in both arms? 15 centimeter in one arm, 15 centimeter where water is there, 15 centimeter water more is added. Similarly in other arm where spirit is there, again there also 15 centimeter spirit is further added. Now what we have to find? We have to find the difference in the levels of mercury in the two arms. Since water and spirit, they are having different densities, no doubt now the mercury level will be different. Mercury level in one side will be more than the other side, and you have to find the difference in height. Okay, so we'll see the diagram first. So water is there, spirit is there. You can see that there is some different, that completely black color it is shown, it is mercury. So you can see that if you are considering the points A and B, pressure at A is equal to pressure at B because they are on the same horizontal level, and pressure at A is only due to the pressure due to the water column, but pressure at B is not only the pressure due to spirit, but there will be also pressure due to mercury column, that small h. Okay. So here pressure exerted by 25 centimeter of water column is equal to pressure exerted by 8 centimeter of mercury column plus pressure exerted by 27.5 centimeter of spirit column, because in the previous question already it is given 10 centimeter of water and 12.5 centimeter of spirit. This problem is an extension of the previous problem. That's why I told you first you write down that problem and then you go through this problem. Okay. Now you can substitute the value. So pressure due to water column can be written as H rho G. Here we are representing in centimeter, but density we are representing in gram per centimeter cube itself. So 25 into 1 into G equal to pressure due to here pressure, but left hand side shows the pressure due to water column and right hand side shows pressure due to mercury column plus pressure due to spirit. So pressure due to mercury column, that height we don't know, that only we have to find. H into density of mercury, we know that 13.6 into G plus 27.5 into 0.8, that already we calculated in the previous problem, into G. Okay. Now G can be cancelled. So what you will get, 25 is equal to 13.6 H plus 22. Or H is equal to 25 minus 22 by 13.6, or that is equal to 0.22 centimeter. So the difference in the levels of mercury in the two arms is 0.22 centimeter. So whenever a problem is given, this is very important. You should know how to draw the diagram. Once you draw the diagram, it's very simple work. If you know the formula, you can solve it very easily. So this is very important in physics. When you read a problem, you have to imagine and you have to draw that diagram as far as possible. Okay, is it clear? Sometimes they may give in the problem, but it's not necessary that if it is not given, you should know how to draw the situation and you have to simplify. Okay. Now we'll discuss the last problem. A metal plate of area 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square is placed on a 0.25 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter thick layer of castor oil. If a force of 2.5 Newton is needed to move the plate with a velocity 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter per second, calculate the coefficient of viscosity of castor oil. So here, which are the data given? Area is given, dx is given. No, area is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. Dx means separation between two layers. It is given 0.25 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Force is given 2.5 Newton and velocity difference is given 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter per second. And what you have to find? You have to find the coefficient of viscosity. So which formula we have to use? We have to use Newton's formula. No? F is equal to minus eta A dV by dx, and we are not considering the negative sign. We are considering only the magnitude. Already I told you negative sign shows that viscous force is acting in a direction opposite to the direction of motion of the liquid. So magnitude when we are considering, minus sign no need to worry. So minus sign we are ignoring. So F is equal to eta A dV by dx, and from that equation we have to find eta. So eta is equal to F by A into dx by dV. Force is given 2.5 Newton. Dx is 0.25 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Area is given 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. And velocity it is given. Velocity difference, no, it is given difference in velocity of two layers. It is given 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter per second. You can simplify, multiply and divide and simplify it so that you will get the answer as 0.083 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter raised to minus 2 second, or you can write it as 0.083 into 10 raised to 3, which is a unit. Either you can write Newton meter raised to minus 2 second, or you can write it as Poiseuille. Okay, is it clear? So this is the way. Like this similar problems you can refer from your textbook, and examples also, the textbook examples you can go through that and exercise. And the text itself exercise questions are there related to these topics what we discuss, pressure and viscosity. You can go through those problems and you can solve. And if you are having any doubt, you can contact to me. So I told you many times, you have to be very thorough with the problems. Then only you can score very good marks in physics. Okay, is it clear? So you have to solve those problems. Okay, thank you.